I'd like to start off by saying that Shannon had made the claim about in 1971 the 26th Amendment was adopted, and all he did was repeat the whole thing. He didn't refute it at all. So just saying that. And then Grady had also said that when you're 18 you can join the military and everything, but the reason that 18 is partially the age that you can enlist in the Army is because you aren't fully developed yet and you can easily be molded into soldiers. You're still developing mentally and physically, and they lack experience and are more likely to take risks as them being 18. And if you go and you ask platoon leaders and everything, I really doubt that they're going to say that they want these 18-year-olds to be out drinking, because they don't actually know the effect that everything's going to have on them. And then along with the forbidden fruit argument, when the drinking age was 18, the youths in that state who are under 21 that drank, they continued to actually drink more in their 20s. But in the states where the drinking age was 21, the teenagers drink less and continue to drink less through their 20s. I also want to say that just because it's easy for teens to already get their hands on alcohol doesn't mean that we should just legalize it just because they're already doing it. We should actually enforce the laws more and give harsher punishments, so that way teens are less likely to go out and do it. And just because people go to their friends' houses and everything and someone gets alcohol poisoning and they don't call the cops, that has nothing to do with it being legal. That has everything to do with them being 18 or under the age of 21 and not thinking that, hey, my friend's going to die, I should probably call the cops or an ambulance, right? Because I'm pretty sure your friend dying is a little bit more important than you getting caught having alcohol. When the drinking is taking place in public, rather than homes, you can't just crash on your friend's couch, you actually have to drive home. And you can, so we're doing that. I have an example, my neighbors, they're all under the age of 21, there's 4 of them, they all have fake IDs, they go out and they buy alcohol at least 4 times a week, and they binge drink every single time. Yet, to them it's technically legal because they have the ID and they're not worried about getting caught because they're doing it in their own home, and they can do as much as they want, yet they're still binge drinking. So if the age limit was lowered, it wouldn't change anything. When the number of young people killed annually in crashes involving drunk drivers under the age of 21 has been cut in half since the 1980s, when the drinking age was actually lowered, from 5,000 to around 2,000 in the year 2005. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said that the 21-year law has actually saved around 24,000 lives since they began raising the drinking age, just because it wasn't 18 anymore. An average of 11 American teens die each day because of alcohol-related crashes. And it actually, lowering the drinking age wouldn't be a positive effect because the brains aren't fully developed and everything. And it actually leads to 70,000 sexual assaults a year just because of being alcohol influenced. Going off the whole Canada thing, drinking in U.S. under the age of 17 is at 60%, and in Canada underneath that age is 75%. That's a whole 15% higher just because their drinking age is lower and it's easier for the younger kids to get their hands on it. Also, if the drinking age is lowered to 18, a lot of 18-year-olds are still seniors in high school, and I understand that it's already easy enough for them to get their hands on alcohol, but if 18-year-olds are legally allowed to go out and buy alcohol, it's going to be a lot easier for the 16-year-olds to go get it, whereas a 21-year-old is a lot less likely to go give a 16-year-old a whole bunch of booze so that way they can throw a party. 1 in 5 teens already binge drinks, and in Canada it's at the same rate of them being underage. So it's not really posing a greater effect except for the fact that it's legal for them, but that doesn't really mean anything. And if we lower the drinking age to 18, it will, I guess, normalize the alcohol consumption, but it doesn't really matter because 1 in 5 teens are already drinking, so it's already technically normalized for all of us. And because of the lower age limit, younger kids are already drinking. and it just poses a greater effect on everyone as a whole.